New at 10, the Valley mom who left her kids in a car during a job interview is now asking for your donations as she heads to trial. Just last week, we learned she hadn't put any of the money that many of you already gave, nearly $115,000, into trust funds for her kids, breaking a deal to avoid charges. Now, ABC 15's John Erickson has been following this closely. And John, you're learning that one of her biggest supporters is no longer backing her up.
Sure is, Danielle. Reverend Jarrett Maupin is a man who is outspoken in the matter of civil rights. He admits that some of his comments tonight are politically incorrect, but he doesn't care. He says he's just had it with Shanisha Taylor. It's Shanisha Taylor's fall from grace, at least in the eyes of civil rights leader Reverend Jarrett Maupin.
I don't consider myself a supporter any longer.
Maupin says he got her jobs, but she never showed up.
Her name's Shanisha Taylor. I call these jobs Taylor-ready jobs. All she had to do was show up, and unfortunately, she just didn't.
Maupin says Taylor told him that she was interested in the hospitality industry, so he got her job offers from hotels.
Work is the operative word. There's no indication that she actually wants to engage in any.
And what about the money?
We had someone call my office and alert her attorney to the fact that she spent $6,000 at a music studio in Tempe to finish her baby daddy's rap album. I hope it's a hit. I hope it's a hit, and I hope it was worth it. Because that's not what people gave her that money for.
Maupin says people might now be hesitant to donate to people with similar stories.
I think she's given minorities a bad name, poor people in general. It's hard and it's not politically correct. Maybe some people will be shocked, but it's the truth.
And now that she's asking for more money to help pay for her legal fees,
she should have $72,000 for her defense. No one is trying to separate Shanisha from her money. We're trying to separate Shanisha from her mistakes, and that has proven to be perhaps an insurmountable obstacle.
We do have a response from Shanisha Taylor tonight. She says, I haven't spoken to him, Reverend Maupin, since July 21st. He has not been part of my defense team. Anything he says is libel or slander. Now, Taylor is due in court December 3rd. Watch our full interview with Reverend Maupin on our website, abc15.com. Danielle, that'll be posted in just a few minutes here.
Yeah, so two sides to that story. We'll have to see what happens in December.
On ABC 15, they felt sorry for her and donated money, but tonight, Shanisha Taylor supporters are going to the Attorney General to get back their donations.
And John Erickson joins us with the exclusive details. And John, a donor telling you she almost feels swindled.
Steve and Stephanie, we did the math, and to keep the expenses up, you'll see in Shanisha Taylor's budget, someone would need to make about $72,000 a year. Remember, we told you last night that a civil rights leader says he had jobs lined up for Taylor, and she never showed up. Before it was Shanisha Taylor's money, part of it was Catherine McKinney's.
I know money has been spent on a whole lot more than basic living needs, which is upsetting to us.
McKinney says she's part of a group that donated about $4,000 to Taylor. People donated $114,000 in all. Tonight, we detailed to McKinney what Taylor says she's doing with the money. Prosecutors obtained this email sent by Shanisha Taylor. It says her total budget is about $4,000 a month. There's rent, about $1,040, groceries, $500, electric, $250. Then there's cable TV, $160, clothing, $300, and entertainment/dining/recreation, $300.
Well, that sounds like a normal family budget, actually, but not for somebody that doesn't work.
McKinney now says she's ready to fight back to get her money back. She says she'll take her case to the state attorney general.
Because we got our own children, you know, that we could take care of with the money.
She says she'll be back in touch with the AG in the next few days to see how she and her group might be able to get back their money. We could not reach Shanisha Taylor for a comment tonight, guys.
Mugshot drew sympathy from across the nation, and donations poured into Shanisha Taylor, the mom who left her two kids in a hot car while she went on a job interview. Probably familiar with the story by now, too. Well, to avoid jail time, she made a deal with prosecutors. All she had to do was put that donation money in a trust fund for her children. Now her former supporters are wondering what happened to that $100,000 in donations. Activist Jarrett Maupin, who once fought to keep Taylor from going to jail, says Taylor is refusing to explain where the money is, and he believes she spent it.
I feel bamboozled and used a little bit, but I'm not. You know, I don't regret it because on its face, she was what she was, and I think everyone had sympathy for her, clearly. What she's become is something quite different.
Taylor has been assigned a public defender. Her trial is scheduled to begin December 10th.
Remember this mugshot of Shanisha Taylor. The question now is, did she squander tens of thousands of dollars in donations? That's what one of her former supporters is saying. Taylor is the mom who was arrested for leaving her 2 baby boys in her car last August when she went to a job interview. Fox 10's Nicole Garcia has more on why attorneys and activists have turned their backs on the troubled mother.
This teary-eyed mugshot garnered sympathy and donations from people across the country. But what happened to the nearly $100,000 in donations given to Shanisha Taylor?
The money is gone. By all accounts, it's been spent on designer clothes, family trips, outings in this city, out of this city, and reports that $6,000 of it was spent on studio time for her baby daddy's rap album.
Activist Jarrett Maupin once fought to keep Shanisha Taylor from going to jail, helping bargain a plea deal. Part of that deal was Taylor had to put aside $40,000 in donations in a trust fund for her kids. But she didn't. And now the plea deal is off, her lawyers have quit, and she has to go to trial.
I feel bamboozled and used a little bit, but I'm not, I don't regret it, because on its face, she was what she was, and I think everyone had sympathy for her, clearly. What she's become is something quite different.
Maupin says Taylor has turned into a diva who refuses to explain where the money is.
When it wasn't spent to pay the rent up, and it wasn't spent to buy a new car, and it wasn't spent on the children's trust, yet you're applying for a public defender in the court system because you're broke. All signs point to that money being gone.
Many wonder, could she have even spent some of that donation money on drugs?
We may very well find that some of that money was spent that way.
Answers may come during her trial. The judge in court could force Taylor to provide bank statements or even call witnesses to the stand to explain where the money was spent. In the meantime, Taylor is using social media, once again looking for public donations to pay for her legal expenses. She has not yet found a job. Taylor has been assigned a public defender, and her trial is scheduled to begin December 10th. Nicole Garcia, Fox 10 News.